Hello and welcome back to another Music in 5 Minutes or Less with Mr. Craig. I'm Craig Harmon, also known as Mr. Craig. Today we're going to talk about a hard concept to understand when it comes to music. So I'm going to do my best to stay under 5 minutes, or at least as close to 5 minutes as I possibly can. So when you look at music, a piece of written out music, you're going to see a curved line connecting a bunch of different notes together. Now, I'm not talking about the curved line that connects the same note together. We'll get to that another time. Today, we're talking about that curved line that connects multiple notes together. Sometimes it might connect two, sometimes it might connect a whole lot more. That is called a slur. And a slur means to play or sing or make your music legato. I talked about that in yesterday's video of staccato, right? The short notes. But this is smooth and connected. It's almost like you're skating across ice. Everything is smooth and connected and graceful and flowing, where there's no break in between each note. Now this is really hard, especially for beginning piano students. I've had many students struggle with this because they don't always let go of the note that they've already played as they go to the next one, because they want to keep them all smooth and connected, but it's not that. The easiest way to think about it is it's like you're walking. One foot goes down, the other one comes up. The next foot goes down, the next one comes up. Now we do this so often in life that we don't think about it that way, but it's how it works. Our fingers do the same thing when we're playing legato. As one finger goes down to play, the next one comes up. And as the next one goes down, the next one comes up. It's pretty amazing how it works. And with just a little bit of practice and a little bit of work, it becomes pretty easy. When we're thinking about phrasing and playing legato and making our music legato, we want to think of it like a musical sentence. Now this brings in a couple different points that are kind of challenging. The first idea, if we're reading a sentence, is that we don't read every word exactly the same. That's kind of robotic and boring, right? So there's got to be some rises and falls in each phrase, in each sentence. If we're reading out loud, we're not just reading every note and every word the same, right? It's got some rising and falling. And it's the same way when we're talking about making that phrase have a shape to it. In the middle, usually, is about where we want to get to that high point of the phrase. So we maybe just get tiny bit louder or a little bit softer as we go along, just to make things stand out. Now, it's not a huge getting louder or getting softer. It's just a tiny little bit, just to make it interesting for the listener. Now, the music doesn't tell us to do that, but there's so many places like this where the music does tell us to do it without telling us to do it. Confusing, I know, but it's just how it works. If we're singing a phrase or we're playing on a wind instrument, this means you want to connect your breath all the way to the end of that phrase. Now that's really hard if it's especially a slow piece, right? Because phrases usually end up being about 4 measures in length. In a typical 4/4 measure, that's 16 counts that you have to hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, yeah, I didn't get a good breath. But that's the idea. We want to make sure that that's supported all the way along as we're playing that legato phrase. So we're not playing along or singing along, and right? We don't want to have that hiccup breath. We want to keep going, and everything's smooth and connected. Same idea, like it's skating on glass or skating on ice. That's how phrasing works. That's a really short and quick way of explaining it. I will probably do a few more videos that explain it in greater detail. But thanks for checking out the video today, and I will have another video up very soon.